Góðan daginn! And welcome yet again to the project pile. My name is Gunnhildur. I'm an Iceland, live in Iceland. This is again my project pile. I have projects and they are in piles, hence the name. It's very fitting. This is my podcast about mostly about yarn, knitting, crocheting, what I'm working on, what I managed to finish, when I do manage to finish things, what I'm dreaming about making, what I'm planning to make, and I also do talk quite a bit about the weather because the weather is interesting. Speaking of, so alright, so for the past weeks we've had snow, like nice fluffy snow that just, you know, compacted down to like manageable. The fluffiness, oh, how high was it? It was like around my knee, so that's, hang on. Alright, so when the snow like first fell, it was like this nice, puffy, fluffy, nice snow, right? So it fell, how high are my knees? Right, something like roughly 16 to 18 inches, something like that. So, you know, it snowed quite a bit. And then it compacted down, and by end of the week it was like, end of like last week, it was like we had like a lot of snow and, you know, nasty slippery snow. It wasn't fun. Like you managed, but like I have my ways, but not fun. Come Monday morning, you know, because I didn't leave the house all of last weekend, come Monday morning, I go out, no snow. Nowhere. Just the ground, the street, the sidewalks, clear. A little bit of snow, I mean, like, where the like piled up and, like, you know, that thing, still there, but for all intents and purposes, like, Friday, everything is covered in snow and ice and sleet and just meh. Monday, Wolf, meh. And all of last week has been this wonderful, lovely, just nice and warm, almost like spring weather. It's like been so nice and pretty. Even Thursday we had this thick fog. I haven't seen a fog this thick in like years. Even that was just nice. Like coming out on Thursday morning to, you know, go to work, it was like getting a big nice hug. It just felt like the nature was like, hello sweetie. It was nice, lovely. And all Friday, yesterday, such a gorgeous day. I so wanted to say, listen, I'm just gonna leave you all at the register. I'm gonna go out for a walk. You just take care of yourself. I really wanted to because the weather was so pretty. This today, no, I pull the winter drapes. We have snow today. I love Iceland. It's just like, hey, you're gonna have spring today? Alright, winter tomorrow. But like, it's not, it's not, I'm guessing it's something like an inch or two, something like that. Very wet, so I mean, it's going to leave very quickly as soon as we get like proper sun and a little bit of warmth. Like, this isn't something that's gonna stay. Meanwhile, in southern states of America and then some other places, and like, for example, in Europe, mostly we heard about Mostly we heard about the South states of America, particularly Texas, because Texas has it rough. And I mean, I've heard that the power take is something that was preventable. They've known about this problem for years. But that kind of that doesn't really matter right now because the power is out in Texas, and seeing the things on social media on like TikTok in particular on YouTube, where people are posting themselves and just making others in the world, for example, an idiot over in Iceland. What people are just sharing about what the situation is like, and it's just terrifying. Like, I have never, listen, I'm an Icelander, live in Iceland. Iceland, you know, we have this, you know, the thing about Iceland, I have never in my life ever seen icicles inside. Not even in the house that are the old torfbæ, in the old, you know, the oldest, you know, the houses that we lived in for millennia. I know those, you know, they had dirt walls, so the water was just dripping down, making ice on the floors and these walls and everything. In modern times, we have not had icicles forming from the ceiling. We have not had pipes just burst and everything covered in water, just everything. And I mean, the difference is also, obviously, I mean, I imagine that Texas is rather, you know, in a more humid, like, what's the word? I mean, it's probably more humid than, for example, Iceland. Iceland is up here, this close to Arctic. Our air is dry. We have very dry air, meaning that when it's cold, it isn't as badly cold as when it's, for example, in Europe, in like London. When London, I mean, London is a very humid city, so they don't need very low temperatures to be colder than Reykjavik, the capital of Iceland, because Reykjavik is, we have drier air. So I've been trying to just reason why there are icicles forming inside people's houses, and I'm guessing it's because the air is more humid in Texas. Also, just seeing people, like, people and animals just suffering, and it's cold, and it's terrifying, and all my sympathies are like, that's terrifying. Like, it's anyway, so you know what? I need to talk about something nicer. I need to just, but yeah, it feels really, really silly. Like, I'm living in Iceland. This is like stereotypically a cold place, but I'm in a heat wave, kinda. Meanwhile, southern states of America, no, they're having like this what's the opposite of heat wave? Cold wave? It's like terrifying. Anyway, happy thoughts. Knitting. Yes, yarn always makes me happy. So, enough of that. Enough about the weather. Kind of terrifying, really. So yeah. Actually, Saturday. It is the 20th February. 20th of February. Bruh. Pronunciation. Ha. It's actually 3 in the afternoon. Listen, it's 3 in the afternoon, and I still have daylight to work with. This is just so exciting. This time, you know, like 2 months ago, nada, it was dark. I still have daylight. So cool. So today I went to the hairdresser. I had my rotary colored, and I had a little bit more bleach put in, and the, you know, the coloring, and I had my hair touched up. So me and my hair, we are doing really, really fine today. We are happy today. Oh, so good. So nice being, like, just the luxury of being able to go to my hairdresser. Like, obviously I have to wear a mask, but listen, I can go to my hairdresser. That is so mwah. But yeah, so I went to my hairdresser today, which is why I'm a little late, like, filming. Usually film around like noon. No, it is noon. Somewhere around like between 12 and 1 in the afternoon. That just doesn't sound right, does it? Somewhere between 12 and 1, because you know you have good light and presence of mind. It's so bright today. It's so nice. So what else was I gonna say? I think I had a point. And now I can't remember what it was. Attention. Oh yes, yarn. This is because I've been like, I haven't done quite as much as I wanted to do, but hey, I did manage something. And I've been working on my ice yarns and the Lambkin blanket that I've been working on for like ever, feels like. And I've done quite a bit. Like, I've made some way. Right. The fluffiness. Look at it. And I did manage to finish one skein. Start on another. I only have 2 whole ones left. Like, I got close to 3, but so almost done with the yarn that I do have. So cool. So I'm trying to finish the Lambkin blanket before I can continue with the Wish shawl, because I really want to use this cable, and I don't want to. I could go and order or buy more cables, which probably wouldn't be a bad idea, but I don't want to. I want to finish this blanket so I can get the cable, so I can transfer the cable over to the Wish shawl, so I can like work on it without having anything like scrunched up. So I need to finish the blanket, which is, I've said it before, it's a little bit of challenge because fibers. Well, that was well timed. There's a lot of fibers that fly off of this yarn. It's honestly, if I had been smart, if I had been intelligent, I would have washed the yarn before I started using, but I am not very intelligent. I am what we call in Icelandic vetur eftir á. I am wise afterwards. So probably a good point to like keep behind your ear. Do you say that in English? I don't think you say it in English. To keep in mind for next time, because I really want to work with Lambkin again. Like, it is such a nice, warm, fluffy yarn. Like, look at it. It is so lovely. I like it, and the color, just, I love the stripiness. It's just, I mean, it's gonna look like this lengthwise. So, yeah. So close. But there is this thing though. I can't remember if I have 12 or 16 skeins in total, but I really feel like I might need to order more yarn. Because it's going to be, I mean, maybe it's gonna be like, yeah, no, might be enough. We'll see. Because I'd rather not have to order more yarn. Like, I'm trying to like work with the stuff that I have, but I honestly don't know how like big I want this thing to be. It's probably gonna be enough. Hang on. Oh, it's so fluffy. I mean, it's probably gonna be one of these like strangely narrow blankets, but I don't know. I just want to finish it. Like, I've had this in my bag in this like tote for like ever, and I want to finish it. I want to get done. I want to like clean it. I want to wash it. I want to dry it up, and I want to be able to start using it because it's going to be so nice and fluffy. Right again, like you touch it. Can you? Here. Like, I barely touched it. Mind you, I've been wearing this skirt the entire week when I'm knitting this thing, because the fluffiness gets everywhere, and I would rather not get everything absolutely fluffy. She says, having just made everything fluffy. But yeah, I really want to finish this blanket so I can have, I can mark it as finished both on my the fluffiness is my tongue. In my party book, excuse me. I did the cat theme. Yeah, I think that helped a little bit. Oof. So yeah, need to continue working with blanket because I need to get it finished so that it doesn't get like fluffy forever. Also really looking forward to marking this done in my book, and then on Ravelry, and getting the cable so I can really work like freely on the waist. Like, look at how pretty it is. I haven't actually worked on this one this week, but because I've been trying to focus on the blanket. So looking forward to finish this. Let's finish this. And I mean, it's a little bit hard working on the blanket because it is heavy and it does take a little bit of space, but it's so easy to work on. Like, honestly, after I got the humongous knitting needles, every other knitting needle just looks like piece of cake. I mean, honestly, after holding like these 35mm knitting needles, like, excuse you a moment, because I'm still not over them. I will never be over them. They are just, I don't know. They are just the biggest. Still haven't quite looked up to see if there are bigger ones, but I really wouldn't be surprised. Like, these 35mm knitting needles, like, dear Lord. Having these as comparison to like knitting needles that I'm using to knit the Lambkin blanket, these are Knit Pro, like these classic marble ones. I remember correctly, these are 9mm, and until now these have been like a bit of a torture device for my hands, because I've always been like, they've always made my hands go like a little crooked and a little like squeezed up. But since I got these, it's like my brain decided, you know what? These are not a torture device anymore. We have something worse, so we can use that. We can work with them. Suddenly, now those 9mm, they suddenly don't hurt me anymore. I don't know what it is. I've never used these ones, I just have them. But it's somehow like these are placebo. Like, just having these, holding them like these, and it's like my brain decided, you know what? We can do the other thing. No problem. The only thing is that the blanket is heavy and I tend to like hunch over when I'm working on it, so it's my back like it's hurting. Not my hands, not so much, but my back. So if you are having this similar problem as I am with like 9 and 10mm, get the biggest knitting needles that you can, because these are apparently placebo. Like, I did not expect that. You knew! On side note, listen, every time, many times when I'm watching like YouTube videos, I found that I am ridiculously, honestly, ridiculously easily affected. Like, I am so easily influenced these days. I don't know what it is. So I was watching Sierra Schultze. I think I pronounced that right correctly. Yes, I think so. And she was doing, what was it? Was it the TikTok one? She was doing one of these ad videos, like, I don't know if it was on the Instagram or TikTok or something, but like, I think it was TikTok. It was TikTok, yes, because one of the ads was, she said was a little bit weird, but eh. So she does the, because she has some money apparently, I don't. She was doing this thing where she looked at ads on TikTok, and bought like a couple of things, and like that's not something that I can do. I cannot order like everything that I see ads for, even when things that I'm like, whoa. I mean, I buy these type of things, like, I cannot buy all the other things. But the thing that I did buy, it's from an American company, candle makers, and it's just, honestly, I think it's worth it. Because these candles, I got these 3 here. They were actually on discount. But look, I want to show you. Look. Scented candles, like, I love scented candles. Was always a plus. These are 3 ones that are just, you know, nice. Oh, I thought this was lavender. Oops, it's lilac. I love scented candles, and just like a lot of other people. And these, most of the scents on this page, like, well, quite a few, not a classic, but quite a few that I don't have access to here where I live. So that's always something that I look for when I am shopping online. Is it something that I can get locally? Yes, and I'm gonna skip it, probably. Is it something that I can't get? No. Make a note of that. So I got these were 3 together, sold together. Actually on discount, can't quite remember what they cost. So like, let's start with lilac, alright? We don't have lilac, we do have lavender, which is why I kind of thought it was... It smells nice. A bit like fabric softener, but, you know, not bad, it's just, you know, quite nice. These also have a number on the back, like on the bottom. These are number 9. Number 9, I just remember why. Forgot to tell you. These are from Jackpot. Jackpot candles, handmade in the USA. These all have rings inside of them. So you get scented candles, you get scents that I can't get anywhere near me, like and you get rings. Like, how cool is that? These are soy. Yes, it's a soy candles. They burn really nicely. These have wicks, like classic wicks, so quite nice. These burn for more than 20 hours. More than 20 hours. This little tin. Like, yes, thank you. The second one is this Ocean Breeze. And I like the scent of it. It smells so lovely. And the third one is Vanilla Cupcake. Now, vanilla isn't my favorite scent. Like, vanilla is just everywhere. It's always been in every single scented candle, and I just like, no thank you. This one isn't my favorite. Like, it does smell rather nice though. Like, it does smell like the icing on a cake, but like, it's okay. I was the least excited about that one, but it's fine. I do have the 4th one, and that one I was the most excited about, which is why I still have, you know, I'm burning it. Yes, okay, it's safe. Okay, just put the light out. It's probably not a good idea, but it's a mystery scent. Jackpot candles, mystery, a bit of this and a bit of that, and this is really floaty. So you're only supposed to burn these for like maximum 4 hours, and I'm not quite at the mark yet. I really love the wick on this one because it's wood. That is really not common, like anywhere. This is a number 7 for the ring size. Now I've been burning this. I see the packet with the ring. Alright, well, I'm not in a hurry to fish that out, so I'm gonna let that cool down a little bit. So by the end of this, I will have 4 lovely rings. Really like this mystery scent. It's like, I don't know. It's so lovely. I don't know what it reminds me of. I really like it. I'm also really looking forward to finding the ring. I've been burning it now, I think it's somewhere around like 18 to 20 hours, so it's gonna be a couple more hours until I get to the ring. And it's so funny because the main reason I like bought these candles, not just because I am obviously easily influenced by people that I watch on social media. That's something I need to work on. But like the fact that these are scented candles, they have pretty rings in them. They have scents that I, as I said before, that I don't get locally, and they last so long. Like these last over 20 hours. Over 20 hours. Like this, yes, please, thank you. These, the bigger ones, over 100 hours. Like it's 100 something. I get over 100 hours of a lovely scent in a lovely glass, like container. And just, yes, thank you. Also, a very nice plus. Excuse me, I picked these up on Tuesday. When did I place the order? I placed the order on 4th of February, and I picked it up on my local, post office on the 16th. So they probably arrived on the 15th. So that's like less than 2 weeks, which is really good, obviously. And I did not have to pay any import duties. Like, nothing. It was all in the price. Now I can't remember how much all this cost. Like, these were on discount. Where did I put the... No, that's not it. I cannot remember where I put the note, if there was one, but I'll try to remember to put in the either in the video or in the description box. But listen, I got 4 candles and like something over 200 hours of scented delight and 4 rings. Now they do say on the webpage that the worth of rings is something between $30 up to 50,000. Which, okay, like $38 is about, I checked this the other day, it was about 3,800 Icelandic kronas, and the 50,000 is about 6.4 million Icelandic kronas. So you always have to put things into perspective. Like, I need to put things in obviously my local currency so that I can figure out like what it actually means. And then I got a bit of like anxiety, because you know how anxiety works. It is not logical. Like, it does follow some kind of logic, but for the most part, no. Like, what type of logic is it that you worry about finding an expensive ring in your candle, and the first thought is, I don't want an expensive ring. What am I gonna do with expensive ring? I would need to like have it properly appraised, and then probably buy insurance for it, because what if something happens to it? What if I lose it? Like, oh dear Lord. And I can't, and also like, this is just anxiety just spiking. I can never tell people, hello anxiety, you're no fun. My anxiety was like, I can never tell people that I have this expensive ring because anxiety reasons. And it's like, I don't even have that ring. I don't know if there is a ring, that expensive in any of the candles. Probably not. Like, I'm expecting like 4 rings worth $30, and because then the rational part kicks in, and it's like, it doesn't matter as long as rational part, the magpie part that goes like, listen, I don't care if it's expensive rings, I just want pretty rings. Don't you just love your brain sometimes? It's like, I just wanted pretty scented candles with pretty rings. That's the magpie part. And then the anxiety part goes, what if the rings are expensive? Because, you know, anxiety doesn't follow any logic. Anxiety just is anxiety. But it's like, you know, those are, I mean, they are reasonable questions though, like logically speaking. What do you do with an expensive ring? Like, could I wear an expensive ring? Probably not in public because I would probably lose it. But anyway, so that's just me rambling today. Oh, and tomorrow, yes. So tomorrow, listen, today is the last day of Thori. Thori is one of the old winter months in the Icelandic calendar. The olden, you know, my ancestors, they were simple people. They had winter and they had summer, no fall or autumn or, you know, spring type of thing. No, it's either winter or summer. They had, I think it's like 6 months, 6 and 6 months, I think. So we are now currently on the last day of Thori, which means that tomorrow is the first day of Goa. And the first day of Goa is always Konudagur, meaning day, you know, essentially is wife's day. But Kona means woman, which means that, bending the definition a little bit, that means it's a woman's day. So a woman doesn't have to be your wife. She could be your fiance, your, you know, whatever. In my case, that just means woman. So what I did yesterday was I bought my mother a nice big pink bouquet, and myself, because I am obviously the woman in my life. Like, listen, I recently bought myself 4 pretty rings, so. But yeah, I bought my mother a nice big pink themed bouquet, and myself a smaller, like orange based bouquet, and then I put them together in a vase and they look so pretty up front. And also tomorrow there's gonna be cake and I don't know, something nice to eat, so yay! Also, that means that we are getting very, very close to the first day of summer. I cannot quite remember when that is. Hang on, I need to know, because tomorrow is Konudagur. Okay, cool. It's on April the 22nd. April the 22nd is the first day of summer. That is a national holiday in Iceland because summer! Finally, yes. Probably gonna snow that day. It usually does, but we'll shovel it when it comes, so. But yeah, that's me this week. Rambling quite a bit. So yeah, I'm actually really happy with this week. Like, I was going to do, like always. You always intend to do more than you do manage, but listen. I did finish what I did finish. I did the stitches that I did. I didn't have to unravel anything. Didn't have to frog anything. So I feel like that's going pretty good. The plan is to try and get the blanket finished before the end of February. Those are like, I mean, that's the plan. We'll see how that goes. Like, there isn't a deadline. So try to get the blanket finished in good time so I can get the cable and really get working on the wisp blanket. Wisp blanket? Sure. And then see what the next second project I'm gonna have, because I feel weird only doing one project at a time. Like, I'm getting that anxiety thing. Probably gotta work on the other blanket, like the little Granny's Grave one, because that would, yes, I need to work on that. And yeah, yay! So to recap, worked on the blanket, didn't work on a visual, but I will finish it. Went to got my hair done today. Tomorrow is good luck. And I'm feeling good. Oh, I've been talking so much so I'm getting like the thingy. So I'm gonna cut that here before I sneeze or something, and probably has something to do with the fluff from the blanket. But yeah, so that's it for me today. That sounded weird. That sounds really weird. That's it today. And I will, you know what, I need to end this before I start rambling it again. Alright, so I will see you next weekend and kind of weird. So, sjáumst, see ya, bless bless.